And among those helping the city to rebuild, actor and activist Wendell Pierce. First, sir, thank you for your time. He joins us now. But I want to ask you, that date, August 29th, 2005, when Katrina made landfall, what does that date represent to you?
Well, it's a reminder of the people we lost. As we come on this 20th anniversary and to commemorate that day, it's a lot of mixed emotions, and we think about what went right, what went wrong. But I said, I don't want to let these days of commemoration go by without remembering those who lost their lives because of the lack of response, because of the abject poverty, the inability to resource opportunities and to evacuate. And that's the lesson we should learn in these next few days as we commemorate Katrina.
Yeah, certainly. Well, and with that in mind, the images that we see of New Orleans during Katrina, for you and so many members of your community, that's living history. And so I'm curious, what's something that the outsiders still misunderstand about what happened during and after Katrina?
Well, I think everyone really does understand. We have to not allow it to be normalized. There was a abject federal lack of response. The 82nd Airborne is just a few minutes away from here, and they can be anywhere in the world in 48 hours, but yet it was 7 days before they responded to the images you saw on television. And we should actually have a sense of shame as we think about this commemoration, because we left people abandoned and stranded, and people lost their lives because of our ineptness and our apathy at a time of crisis.
Yeah. One of the things that strikes me about New Orleans is that it's a place that has an identity. It has a soul, right? And a lot of that is rooted in neighborhoods like the one you grew up in, Pontchartrain Park. Could you describe that neighborhood for us?
Pontchartrain Park is a great neighborhood I grew up in. It was the result of the civil rights movement, because after World War II and post-World War II America, and especially in the Deep South, there was segregation and Jim Crow laws that told my parents, my father, after fighting for this country, the country that he loved, that was not loving him back, he could not buy a house anywhere that he wanted to. And that neighborhood was at the deepest part of the flooding, and we wanted to make sure it came back. So I put out a clarion call so that we can come back and rebuild it brick by brick, block by block, house by house. And we did that. And now we're on the National Register of Historic Places.
During Katrina, it was smack dab in the middle of The Wire, which was one of your most memorable roles as Bunk Moreland. And I know you went on to star in Treme as well, which a love letter about New Orleans there. But I'm curious, in the height of that, in knowing the historic roots of your community, did you feel, in having that role and having that platform that you had to do something to help rebuild?
When I saw my community destroyed, I knew that I had an opportunity with my platform to give voice to the voiceless, to make sure that we exercised our right of self-determination and rebuilt. There were those who did not have our best interest at heart. There were plans of not bringing back all of these working class and Black neighborhoods. And I am not naive to believe that people didn't do that by design. I made sure that I wasn't going to let my community become a part of history for the wrong reasons, never to be seen again. We became a part of history because we exercised our right as Americans to make sure that our neighborhood was brought back.
Wendell, I appreciate your reflection.
Thank you very much. God bless America.